First line I was ever part of was for Hockey Canada. It was in, I think, 2003, or the Relax is Just a Game campaign. Hockey Canada, Relax is Just a Game campaign was probably the most personal because I basically helped create the whole initiative. So that whole campaign has a special part in my heart. Usually you get hired to work on a campaign, but on something like that where you create the whole initiative, it was pretty cool. 123 West, our website here. ICBC, we did a stolen car campaign, was a Cyber Lion. BCSPCA, that was great work on a smaller budget, just won every award in the world, and that was special. One of the campaigns that I think is the best that I've ever been part of was for ICBC and the Vancouver Police Department. It was the Bait Car campaign, and it was really a campaign to deter theft. We actually had one of the worst rates of auto theft in the Western world in Vancouver and the Lower Mainland, and the whole campaign, using bait trap metaphors, was actually used to discourage thieves from committing the crime in the first place. I really liked that. It's just a different way of thinking. Super simple, because a lot of the people were drug addicts and car thieves. We spent a lot of time with the police and the criminologists really understanding who the criminals were and who the target group was. And it was actually remarkably similar on how the police work and actually how we work as planners and so on. So that was a pretty memorable campaign. It's really things where it's just whole initiative. You just wouldn't even expect that would be like a normal print ad or a billboard. There's something just bigger happening, whether it's using technology or it's shareable or it's just something that gets talked about. Almost everything actually is about creating news versus just typical advertising. There's some debate, is the old way better than the new way? But that's the stuff that's really winning right now. It's really about thinking about your client's business problem and coming up with a killer initiative, and then you come up with the actual brief with the client and didn't do the work. Everything's a creative opportunity. It could be a television spot, it could be in the social space, digital space, it could be traditional billboards and so on. We're as excited now about packaging and even a shopping bag as we are doing a television spot. And I think that's just the way it's all working right now, and creativity can be anything. That's probably the most favorite part about being in this business, is that someone's like, hey, that was clever, that was a smart idea, and that can be on any touch point. One of my favorite ads of all time is actually my partners, Rob Sweetman and Brian Collins, when they were at Rethink many years ago, and it was for 3M Trans Shelter. It was all about bulletproof glass, and in that trans shelter they put $3 million. Whereas at least you thought it was $3 million. And then they put a release out there, if you can actually break this glass, you can have the money. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, this is one of the simplest and smartest ideas I've ever seen, and it was all over the media. To this day, it starts to still show up. One of the great things about living in Vancouver is I'm an outdoors person. Everybody in this business works hard, and so really important in this business that you can work hard, but you need to have some balance in your life. It gives you perspective. And for me, being outdoors and being in the mountains and being near the water, that kind of balances me all out and makes me happier, and I think it makes me do better work and makes me more creative. There's so many talented people per capita here. I always tell everybody, I think there's more talent per capita in Vancouver in our business. I've worked with a lot of folks before at DDB. Dean Lee, Daryl Gardner, and so on. Really talented people. Frank Palmer, he loves being in this business. Fantastic person, fantastic mentor. And of course the folks at Rethink, Staples and Ian, and Tom and Rob and all those guys there. And, they've been doing great work, and I think their work's getting even better now. So those are a couple of groups I like, and I'm happy for everybody. I just love it when we do great work. I love it when other people do great work. It's just good, and so it's good for everybody. So that's what I like.